Hey everyone, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, and it's going to be another What's Sold on eBay today. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Definitely go up there and click the follow button and subscribe. Click the bells for notification. We're definitely going to be going through what's sold on eBay today, this week, this month, all that fun stuff. We're going to go take an in-depth analysis on each item, what I paid, what it sold for, etc., etc. So if anytime during this video you learn something, definitely click the like button if you enjoy this kind of programming. So let's get right into it. Today we have this vintage Spumco Sody Pop figure. We talked about this before lots of times, those who have been watching the videos. This was purchased for $1. There was a whole basket of these things. I knew exactly what they were. I've sold these before. This one particular thrift shop gets these in. So the last time I saw these, I picked them up, and this sold for $19.99 plus $2.99 shipping. There was like maybe 20 of these, different kinds of ones. Look out for specialty figures, pencil toppers, kind of odd things like this. I knew exactly what it was from before. Stuff like this will probably most likely get passed up by your regular picker, your regular reseller, but being in this business for many, many years, it's one of those things that I knew what this was. So picked up for $1, sold for $19.99 plus $2.99 shipping. Definitely check that out. Next up, we have this 2016 street art Sabo piece, Donald Trump Rogue One kind of spoof, Star Wars spoof poster. We've talked about this before in the past. I've sold lots of street art and political things before. It's political art. It's a pretty huge market. Anyways, I took a best offer for like 50 something on this. I'm not exactly sure how much I paid, but it was definitely less than what it sold for. And shipped this in a tube. I highly suggest shipping posters in tubes. You got to roll them up, and I use craft paper. I should actually probably do a video on just my packaging of posters and things like that, because there is a certain way that I pack my posters. And you don't want to just put a poster, roll it up, put it in a tube without any protection, because it can bang around in there. There's a whole thing to that. But anyways, definitely look into posters if you can get them. Next up, we have this Android minifigure. This was like a Frankenstein kind of Halloween thing. This was purchased at a local thrift shop during a Halloween event. I think I paid $4 for this. I did take a best offer for 16 or 15 something. It was a quick flip, like I said, I actually probably paid less than $4 because I had a coupon when I purchased all these things. So, for me, I'm just trying to, move the product as fast as I can get it. If I can double my money, that's pretty much the ROI. 100% ROI is what I shoot for. And so if I can get at least that, I'll be happy. And I usually go lower on things. Price high, sell lower. That's kind of been my game plan. I call it the high-low theory. Those who have been watching the videos for the last 2 years, I've heard of the high-low theory. For those who don't know, I kind of price a little bit higher with the option for buy it now, and it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to adjust, and eventually, if it doesn't sell, like just lower the price, keep lowering the price till it sells. Next up, we have this original one-of-a-kind primitive folk art doll. This was purchased during a Halloween event. There was tons of dolls that I bought. I think they were between like $4 to $8. Anyways, this one sold for, I think it took a best offer for 20 plus $5.99 shipping. There was a bunch of dolls. I thought these are vintage, but they could have been newer dolls. Speaking to other people who are experts in this field, there's a lot of these kind of folk art dolls that are created in the last 10 years that look like they're old just because that's the way they were made. And sometimes it's really hard to tell. But anyways, definitely check out for primitive folk art dolls, Americana, stuff like that. Folk art, if you haven't researched folk art, just research folk mark if you're looking for some other niche to just learn about. That is one crazy rabbit hole to go down. But anyways, you should learn that, especially if you're sourcing in the United States at thrift shops and yard sales. Next up, we have this MacBook Pro. This is an original MagSafe charger. Definitely look out for chargers, especially Apple products, official Apple products. There are some fakes out there. Usually you can tell by just looking at them and the quality and stuff like that. Apple has pretty amazing quality. You can usually tell a fake just by looking at the stuff. But anyways, look how old and beat up this charger was. This is still sold for about, I think I took a best offer for 15 something plus $5.99 shipping. AC adapters, chargers in general, you find these all the time at yard sales and garage sales. And so if you find like Sony ones or something that has a really good strong brand name, you can get them for $0.25. Definitely pick them up, even if they're bummers. You can usually sell any kind of AC adapter for $8 to $10, depending on just whatever it is. So if you can get it for $0.25, it's a good gamble. You can also, recycle it later if it doesn't sell or whatever. But anyways, definitely check this out. How much did I pay for this? I think I want to say I paid like less than $1 for this, to be honest. I'm not sure exactly where I picked this up, but it was a quick flip. I think I had this listed less than a week before it sold. But anyways, it was something that was sourced very cheap. Next up, we have these Hallmark ornaments. I've told you guys before in the past, if I can buy ornaments cheap in the beginning of the year, I'll put them to the side and wait till October, November to start listing these. For Christmas, all the Christmas stuff gets listed towards Q4. I posted an auction. I rarely do auctions, but I thought this would go for higher. Anyways, it went for $9.99. I purchased a big old crate of ornaments from a lady who was having a yard sale in the summertime, and I just barely got to these. And I kind of picked apart the ones that were that I didn't want to list individually, put them all together, and I thought this was actually go for a lot more money. So basically, I think the price per unit on these was between, I think they were like 50 cents each when I broke it down because I bought this huge tub. Anyways, $9.99 plus $11.99 shipping. I was hoping there would have been a bidding race on these, as some of these were collectors club pieces and things like that, and definitely Hallmark ornaments are definitely something cool. Actually, as a matter of fact, I should probably do my next Know Your Stuff video should be all about Hallmark ornaments and things like that. We've talked about these many times in the past, so definitely check those out. Speaking of ornaments, this was part of that huge collection. There was a huge amount of Disney ones, and there are these weird ones called Christmas Magic, and there was just maybe 30 or 40 of these, and that's why the main reason why I bought the collection from the lady at a yard sale, because of these. And I was quickly able to do some research before I pulled the trigger on this, and I saw some of these were selling for between $8 to $20, so I was like, it was a no-brainer. But these are actually very slow sellers, to be honest. These Christmas Magic Disney, these are legitimate official licensed Disney things from the late 90's, and so I thought these would sell off really quick. These will trickle in. I have sold a handful of these already. And like I said, these are sourced for like 50 cents or less when you combine that whole group together. But anyways, definitely look out for Disney ornaments. Hallmark Disney ornaments do very well. There's a lot of those licensing things that Hallmark does. But anyways, this isn't Hallmark. This is Christmas Magic. If you see these, don't get too excited. There's no home runs in this whole genre. Maybe you might get $15 for the best one, and I forget which one it is. I think it's Roger Rabbit's probably one of the most popular ones. But anyways, like I'm saying, don't get excited when you see boxes of these things. The turnover ratio is not that great, and there's not a lot of people looking for these, so you're going to have to find clever ways of using keywords and things like that to get people to at least see this auction for these things, because there's not a huge collector base for this product. But anyways, I should probably actually do a video just on these alone. Next up, we have these sunglasses. These are 90's Oakleys. We've talked about 90's wire glasses before in the past. These are sourced for about $20. They were in excellent condition. Some 90's wireframe glasses, prescription sunglasses. Even though these things were kind of dirty and beat up, I paid $2 for this, and I took a best offer for $15. I think the very next day. I just wanted to get rid of these. Actually, it was less than 24 hours of listing these. I should probably have waited, the 48 hours. When you get for those that don't know, when you get a best offer, you can wait up to 48 hours to say yes or no. I usually accept. I'm usually pretty quick about the turnaround on that. But anyways, like I said, I paid $2 for this. Definitely look out for 90's sunglasses. There's a huge market in that. There's some that go for hundreds of dollars, to be honest, and so there's that. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Definitely click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about any of the product mentioned today, and we will do another video when we can. We're going to be doing these videos. We're not going to do these every day, maybe every couple of days, as I've seen that there's some interesting YouTube algorithm stuff that I've noticed. So, we're not going to do these videos every day. So we'll do them, we'll space them out accordingly. Anyways, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, reseller on Steemit. If you're not signed up for Steemit, the link is going to be below. Steemit is a decentralized social media platform that you can earn cryptocurrency by blogging. If you're on Facebook and Instagram, you're not getting paid for that. They're stealing your information. You might as well blog and get paid for it. And I should probably do another video on the ins and outs of Steemit at some point. But anyways, definitely check out DTube, which is an alternative also to YouTube. We're making pretty good money on that. But anyways, that's another story for another time. Anyways, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. We'll see you next time. Take care.